Delta.
Well, speaking of alcohol, let's go there. This one shocked me. I'm not sure I buy this one. I think there needs to be more research. I think there needs to be some focus groups. I think there need to be quality control groups, dummy groups. New study suggests that, quote, liquid courage is real, but, quote, beer goggles might not be. They say that if you drink booze, that, yeah, you might become a little more confident, but it doesn't make a woman any prettier. Having been drunk and had a couple hookups in experiences when I was drunk, yes, it does. When your eyesight's fucking blurry, okay, if you're telling me that gives you confidence but doesn't take away your ability to see, then why is drunk driving a thing? Let people drive if they're drunk. If it doesn't change your perception of reality, because I'm here to say it does change your perception of reality. Yeah. And here, by the way, let me quick before you start. It is important to note this study is small, involving a group of 36 men. Oh, well, there you go. 36 men. Try putting a vaccination on the market when you've tested it on 36 people. Try putting a new safety measure in a car when it's only been tested 36 times. This is not a study. This is a bullshit article I clicked just so I could get angry.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, though, a little counterpoint there. I don't know what university is going to fund you to test more than 36 men on the does booze make you want to fuck it uggo study. You know what I mean? Like I think a lot of their funds are probably going to like cancer research and stuff like that. It's hard enough pulling money from cancer research just to get to 36. I'm surprised they got that much. He must have written a hell of a hypothesis paper or whatever those people give the grants on.
Well, and here's the other part too, and this is bullshit. They fed them drinks and then said they were asked to rate the attractiveness of people they saw in photos and videos after being given alcohol beverages. No. At bar time, you're not trying to fuck a photo. At bar time, you're looking at what's around you and you are making a decision. The fact that it's photos and videos is bullshit. That's a flat screen. The eyeballs work in 3D. You need the physical closeness. You need to see them across the room. You need to smell them if you approach. There's a lot going on there. You can't say, here's a beer. Is this person pretty? There's tingling feelings going on. You got, if you're in the bar, yeah, you're gonna. Oh, this has nothing to do with anything. My daughter, you just said uggo. My daughter earlier, I can't remember what she was talking about. She said something like, well, I think that person's fugly. And I said, sweetie, do you know what fugly means? And she goes, well, like extra ugly. I'm like, yeah, but do you know what it means? Do you know what fugly stands for? And she said, no. And I said, stands for F word ugly. She goes, oh, no, I can't say that. Oh, she gets so upset. She didn't know it meant fucking ugly. Anyway,
fugly's a fun word too.
Videos don't
fugly
count.
Sounds like a lovable, like oversized Disney character. You know what I mean? Like a fuzzy giant that goes and keeps the little kids safe in the cartoon. That sort of thing. They play jokes with them.
Research is generally mixed on whether beer goggles is a thing. Research, so there is. According to Teri Wilder, a therapist with Thriveworks in Lafayette, Indiana, who educates first-year college students on drinking, regardless of whether or not one believes in beer goggles as a concept, the one thing that is proven is the fact that alcohol reduces inhibitions, causes one to feel more relaxed, and has the potential, and also distorts your perception of reality. Jesus, goddamn Christ, how hard is that to understand?
Yeah, I mean, I think this study's clearly written by like either somebody super awkward, like way Asperger's-y, or like just a straight up Mormon or somebody that doesn't drink.
That's what I was going to say. It's written by someone that doesn't drink.
Yes, it's one of those things to where it's like, yeah, you just kind of, you could just ask one guy that drinks. You could have just asked me, and I would have been like, yeah, yeah, for free. Like save the grant money, give the grant money back to the cancer people. Go cure some shit. It made me fuck ugly women. Yes, it did. Yes, it did, doctor. And I'll put my hand on a Bible or whatever kind of shit. Yes, it did.
Well, going off what you're saying, who wrote this? Yes. Quote, alcohol can temporarily provide a sense of increased confidence, impacting the social anxiety that we can experience while providing a warm, fuzzy feeling that brings a sense of comfort, doing things that one would not typically do. The fuck kind of sentence is that? Alcohol makes you happy, makes you less nervous. Like that's a fucked up the phrasing, the way they describe it. It's very clinical. It's not real. It's not a real world experience.
Well, and the test is even stupid and clinical. It doesn't make sense for a drunk person and what you're trying to figure out. You probably didn't give him enough alcohol. I didn't. Did it say how much? How drunk they got them?
They would not go above
dude, that's not enough for. No, you never fucked an ugly woman because you were at 0.08. All right, I can still drive a car at 0.08. Fine, that is a fascist law. It should still be 0.1. It should still be. In fact, it should be higher than 0.1 for people like me who drink a lot. All right, that for one thing, that's not that fucking drunk, especially for people who drink and have a tolerance and drink enough that they do fuck ugly people. Okay,
and they fall asleep on the subway and get taken to a hospital.
Yes. That's okay. You need to be halfway in between 0.08 and falling asleep on the subway and going to the hospital. All right. I don't know what I was blowing, but it was high. Okay. So it needs, okay. You need to get these people at 0.2. All right. You get them at a 0.2. And just doing you're rating the photos. It's but that doesn't, because we're now your scale just moves a bit. It's the same bell curve, right? A 1 is still a 1, a 2 is still a 2, a 3 is still a 3, because you're comparing them with other women. You need to play the game. Would you or won't you? Okay, that's the way it goes. You either go yup or nope, or yup or nope, and it's just you do it quick, like a Rorschach test. They have to go quick. It can't be the same woman from before, because they'll kind of remember, oh, that's a 3 from before. You tried to trick me, you fucking mad scientist. Like it has to be women that are kind of on the same level, or like different women, but who kind of look the same. But even that's subjective. You know what I mean?
It's all subjective. What was Zuckerkorn's first invention that became Facebook? What was his first website?
It was like a dating website, wasn't it?
Hot or Not. It wasn't a dating website.
Hot or Not. That's right.
Hot or Not. They basically put beer in people and made them play Hot or Not. It's not real world experience. They basically put liquor and not enough liquor. They basically had a few drinks and then played Hot or Not. That's what this study is. Wow, what a waste of money.
That's right. Dude, 0.08? 0.08 is not like, I would not do anything after at 0.08 that I would not do dead sober. That's nothing. That's fucking buzz, dude.
That's good to know, because, quote, reflecting on one's goals for social interactions and how alcohol may affect these interactions, including ways that can end up being harmful, can be useful prior to entering a social drinking experience. The fuck? This person is talking to college kids, and that's what she's saying. All right, it's your freshman year. You're going to want to go to some raves. Before you go out drinking, remember, reflecting on one's goals for social interactions and how who the fuck is listening to that when they're 18 years old and ready to go out drinking?
And they think that 0.08 is what I can use to measure how people think. It's like, no, the person who's getting drunk and causing problems and doing things they normally wouldn't do when they're sober doesn't sit there in a bar with a breathalyzer going, well, I'm exactly at 0.08 now. Time to go crash a car and then punch my wife and kids. Jesus, I love 0.08. It gets me carried away. And then he busts the door down, and his wife is like, oh, no, honey, you're not at 0.08 again, are you? She's locked herself in the bathroom like, hey, yeah, is this the police? Yeah, my husband's at 0.08. He drank exactly 3.2 beers. And
over the course of 2 hours.
Yes, within 2 hours, and he's out of control. Like, no, you have to do much higher than 0.08. Problem is, I think a lot of these, the people that make the study are either just fucking dumb and don't know how alcohol works, or they're like, hey, we want to get people trashed and see what they'll do. And the study was like, okay, if we do 0.2, we can get fucking sued, because that's like, 3 times over the limit or whatever.
I found it in here. It says they chose it because that's the legal limit for driving in most places.
Well, yeah, no, I know that's why they picked it. I know that's why they picked it. It's 0.08 that's why I was yelling about how it should still be 0.1. That's what it was when I started driving. And A, that's such a fucking minor difference. And B, if you drink a lot, the 0.01 is not even that much.
As an old Stanhope joke, you should take your driving test at the level of drunk you can still drive at. So if you get pulled over and blow a 0.1, but it says 0.1 on your driver's license, then they let you go.
Yes. You need to, okay. So to figure out how drunk these people need to be before we play the will you or won't you game, we have to take them to a go-kart lane, like a go-kart, and it just when they really, wow, you hit like a lot of those cones, like a lot. It's time to go to the bar, and just look at some women.
Time to go to the bar and see what you hit on. That's
right.
Real world hands-on experience.
Right. You can't do this kind of test in a fucking laboratory. It needs to be done in the field, and it needs to be done with lots of booze.
I offer, what's that Hunger Games? I never saw the movie. I offer Jake as tribute.
Yes, I will volunteer to do this test. I will do it. I would do it for not because I'm an alcoholic. It's for science, damn it.
It's for science.
In fact, you don't even need to pay me. Save that money you were going to take, except for what we need for the booze. I'm not paying for my
I was going to say, you'll
drinks,
do it for the booze, not the money. Yeah.
You can pay me. Just like many of my comedy shows, I can be paid in drink tickets for this study, sir. Just give me lots of drink tickets, and then let's just jump on fucking Pornhub, and we'll play a nice, fun, toasty game of will I or won't I?
The best part is, will it still work?
Will Pornhub still work?
No. The little man below, depending on how drunk you are.
Oh, not necessarily, but it's the idea of like, would I try or wouldn't I try?
Yeah. That's what I overall, the overall judgment that all men do.
Yes. Would I try to squeeze the bottom half of my semi-soft,
push all the blood in there?
Yes. Would I like a tube sack? Like a tube sock half filled with Jello. Would I try with that or wouldn't I try?
Like, I think there was a comic that used to describe it as trying to put that crinkled dollar bill into the vending machine. Just keep trying and trying. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.